computer. Okay, great.
Starting from brahmanda-bhramite coin, Bhagavan Chief Guru Krishna Prasadi Pai Bhatila the beach. Starting from the Swami Papa in the Chaitanya Charitamrita. First of all, he said that the brahmanda, it refers to the whole universe. So the million and trillions of living entity, because of the Maya, they are so suffering. So they have to suffer the result of their fruitive activities, life after life. So according to their karmic reaction, so the living entity wandering in the whole universe, sometimes in the upper planetary and sometimes down to the lower planetary. But that so fortunate jiva, he explained what is that fortunate jiva. The fortunate jiva means that that jiva can contact with the bona fide spiritual master by Krishna mercy. That is the fortunate jiva. So that fortunate jiva get the mercy from both Guru and Krishna, not only Krishna mercy, but also Guru's mercy. That is Guru Krishna Prasade Pai. So how to get that mercy from Guru and Krishna together? Actually, Swami Prabhupada said that Krishna actually is in everyone's heart. Actually, he's ready to fulfill everyone's desire. If one have a chance to contact with Krishna conscious movement or have a chance to associate with the devotee, then Krishna will give him a chance to give him the mercy by giving him a bona fide guru. So the bona fide guru can give mercy to that disciple, and then in the form, how Gurudev can give mercy in the form of the Bhattilada beach, is the cripple of devotional service. So Prabhupada also mentioned in her purport that actually Krishna is ready to prepare to bestow all the mercy to all living entity. So within the mercy from Krishna and also Guru, that can see from all material bondage of all living entity. And in Swami Prabhupada's purport, he also mentioned Narada Muni, the life. How fortunate it is, he quoted the life of Narada Muni. So just simply explain that before that, he is the maid servant, her mother is a maid servant, but he's so fortunate that her mother in the Chaturmasi, the 4 months, have a chance to serve the Vaishnava. And then Narada Muni had the chance to take the prasadam that given by that Vaishnava. I think the Vaishnava is the 4 Kumara, is that right? I'm not sure.
Yes, Gurudev would explain that.
Yeah. So then in the next life, then become the become the pure devotee, that is Narada Muni. So Swami Prabhupada actually instructs us to follow the footsteps of Narada Muni. Actually, Krishna is ready to give us or give every jiva or a chance to contact with Krishna conscious. So by Krishna's grace, then we can associate with good devotee, and then our love is revealed. So regarding the how to give the bhakti in Madhura Kadambali, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur say that bhakti comes from bhakti. So first of all, he said that bhakti is not caused by any other pious activities. So how to awaken the good fortune? Is it due to Bhagavan's mercy? So he raised a question. So if there is a Bhagavan's causeless mercy to every living entity, so why that some living entity can get the mercy and some cannot? So actually, the conclusion from Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur is that the mercy of Bhagavan's devotee is the cause of obeying bhakti. That is, bhakti comes from bhakti. So that means the Bhagavan Bhakta's mercy, just like the mercy of Bhagavan, that is causeless. So Vishwanath Chakravarti's conclusion is that he make it clear that it is neither good fortune that is born of any pious activities, nor Bhagavan's causeless mercy, you bhakti. The only bhakti is awakened by the mercy of the bhakta. So since Bhagavan is conquered by his devotees, when his devotee bestow mercy upon someone, Bhagavan's mercy for that person is also awakened. So Bhagavan's quality is also of a bhakta vadyata, that is a submission to his devotee. He has voluntarily placed the potency of the mercy in the heart of his bhakta. So that bhakta can independently, that means of course it refers to Gurudev, bestow mercy upon ordinary people. So Bhakti Devi, who is situated in the heart of the Mahapurusha, is the sole cause of the mercy. So that means that how he explained the Guru Krishna Prasade Pai. And then in Swami Prabhupada's purport, he quoted verses from Madhya Lila 22:117. The
From
verses
what?
like this. Madhya Lila.
Oh, Madhya Lila. Okay. Yes.
22:117. He's going to explain what is the Guru Krishna Prasadi Pai Bhaktilata pitch from this verse. So this verse, Nitya Siddha Krishna Prema Sada Kebulaya Savaladi Kabulaya.
Yeah.
Savaladi Suda Chitte Koloye Udaya. So that means that dormant devotional service to Krishna is within everyone's simply by associating with devotee, hearing their good instruction, and chanting Hare Krishna mantra. Domain love for Krishna is awakened. And in this way, one acquired the seed of devotional service. That is what it means by Guru Krishna Prasadi Pai Bhaktilata Beach. And that Guru Prasada means the Guru's mercy. It is a boon to devotional service. So he said that it is the best gift to all disciples. And what is Guru Kripa? Guru Kripa means that Guru changed the disciple to render devotional service to Lord Krishna. It is Krishna Prasad, Krishna mercy. So that means that Krishna sent Guru to delivering all the disciples. So that means that the mercy of Krishna is to meet a bona fide spiritual master, and that spiritual master train the disciple how to do the devotional service to Lord, and it is the Bhaktilata Beach, seat of the devotional service. And Swami Prabhupada also explained that everything has the original seat, original cause, that is the seed. So if one is not fortunate to receive the Bhaktilata Beach from Guru, then what he receives, he will cultivate seed of karma bridge, gain bridge, or political bridge, etc. So Bhaktilata Beach can easily get through the mercy of Guru. And then one has to satisfy spiritual master to get the Bhaktilata Beach. So that is the Yasa Prasade, Bhagava Prasada. So how to satisfy Guru? And of course, we have to faithful and surrender to the Guru in order to get that Bhaktilata Beach. So the Bhaktilata Beach is received when one is initiated by the bona fide spiritual master. And then there's one Harikatha 2002. Our Gurudev add more information to explain that what is that Bhaktilata Beach. It is the tendency to serve Krishna. He used the term Krishna Seva Vasana to explain that Bhaktilata Beach. And actually, before that, I recite the verses. It's a Madhya Lila 22:117. Gurudev also asked Shamarani Didi to explain that verses. So Shamarani Didi explained in that another simple way. Pure love for Krishna is eternally in the heart of living entity. So it is not gained from another source, because that love already in the heart of all living entity. And when the heart is purified by hearing and chanting, the love naturally awakens. So Gurudev, and before the class, Gurudev give 3 pastimes. So just briefly explain the three pastimes. The first pastime is Krishna and his sakas. Sudam have a whistling fight. And then finally, of course, Sudam said that I win. And Krishna said that no. I win because your nose is down and my nose is up. That pastime. And actually, the whole thing that Teresa Muni actually he's observing, but he don't know. He doesn't understand why. What happened to that small boy? What happened? And then Krishna saw Teresa Muni and he tells Sudam, ask that Baba. He can be the judges whether you win or I win. So he asked Teresa Muni, and the Teresa Muni cannot say anything. He just remains silent. And then the two boys pull his beard and then ask him, you have to say which I win or he win. And then he doesn't say anything because he just bewildered by that pastime. So then yeah, this is one of the pastime. Another pastime Gurudev explained is when Yasoda Mama want to hold Krishna, but that Krishna is very naughty. He just play around, and after Yasoda Mama clean him, and then just in the nice way, he's really dirty, and Yasoda Mama don't want to touch him. And actually, at the same time, Narada Muni also watched that scene. He just wondered, that Krishna is a personality of Godhead. He want to sit in Yasoda Mama's lap, but Mother is refusing and also chastise him. You naughty boy, don't come. I don't want to touch you. And the third pastime Gurudev explained is about Krishna. Krishna make Radhika angry, and then he want to console Radhika, apologize for upsetting her. But Radhika said that you go away. I don't want to see you. And the majority of Radhikas also chastise Krishna. At the same time that Krishna is not allowed to enter into the Radhika Kunj. So Gurudev explained these three examples is how that Krishna Seva Vasana comes by good association. In a friendly mood, just like the Sudam and the Krishna whistling pastime, parental mood and Yasoda Mama and Krishna, and also the paramour love is the Radhika and Krishna, that pastime. And then Gurudev explained that with one here, the pastime the devotee will develop the desire to serve Krishna in any one of the relationship. So that we should know that we have been given the Bhaktilada beach, so that by the causeless mercy of Sri Krishna and Gurudev, that is the Guru Krishna Pasade by Bhaktilada beach. This is the Gurudev's Harikatha. And then he further asked, what is the result of the vasana, the result of the desire? The result of the desire is that we can have the shraddha. That means by serving Krishna, all other activities of our life will be automatically accomplished. So Gurudev advises to realize this, you have to serve Krishna the whole life, you will be successful. So he also mentioned that the inner symptom is the desire to serve Krishna, but the outer symptom, the shraddha, is the shraddha, and the association and accepting as initiation from a bona fide guru. So that means we need to have a firm faith in guru's words, Krishna's and Shastra. And then this faith leading us to have the desire to serve. So, and then next come when we getting the Bhaktilada beach, and Shamarani Didi further explained that we have to water the plants ourselves, not Gurudev. Because Gurudev give the disciple the seed, and then we have to become the gardener. We have to plant the seed in our heart. So how the seed is nourished by watering and hearing and chanting under the guidance of the Guru, and the seed will sprout. So Shamarani did further reminding that Krishna Prema actually is within our heart. So living entity is actually we are Krishna Das. So we have the eternal relationship in Krishna in 5 vasas. So this relationship is eternal, only developed by the inspiration of spiritual master. So it is he who can give the seed of inspiration and then teach the disciple how to water properly by hearing and chanting. So Gurudev said that the first we need to swallow them, hearing continuously from a bona fide guru. Then kirtan is to speak. So he mentioned that there is 9 names of devotional service, of course, but 5 are more prominent. That is association with devotees, chanting, hearing Srimad Bhagavatam, living in the holy dams, and then worshipping deity. So everything we begin with sadhu sangha. And Gurudev reminding us that at the beginning, don't water too much. What does it mean by don't water too much? For example, at the beginning, you chant, if the devotee chant gopi, 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 that is too much, because that relationship is not at the beginning of watering. So at the beginning, you need to study the character and activities of Pala Maharaj, Jagan Madai, Haridas Thakur, Mahaprabhu, Nityananda Prabhu, Raghunadas Goswami. So it is not appropriate water for the seed. So then transcendental strata will appear in your heart. What is the symptom of transcendental strata? Just like Haridas Thakur, that even though he is bitten, he gets so many difficulties, you will not give up any chanting. Then that is the bhakti lata, that is the bhakti seed will sprout. So, and then Swami Prabhupada in his purport, he mentioned that of course, how to do Sravana and Kirtan. If you are so fortunate, you can live in a group of devotee association or live in the temple. It is easy for you to do Sravana and Kirtan. But for the neophyte devotee, he reminding that you cannot do without deity worship, because he mentioned that Sravana and Kirtan is meant for highly developed devotee. So some neophyte devotee also want to do like Haridas Thakur, that they don't do deity worship. It is not good. It is not for beginning sadhaka. So we have to we have to follow the Gurudev's instruction, because Swami Prabhupada mentioned that after the initiation, that means after giving the Bhattilata Beach by the Guru, a disciple need to follow the instruction. He quoted Bhagavad Gita, one verse: if one does not follow the regulated principle and not listen carefully the instruction of the Guru, he is unfit for all the chanting. So, and then
Srila Prabhupada was saying that he's saying that we should be like, I mean, of course, I mean that goes without saying, but that chanting, Shravana and Kirtan are the main things that we do, but Archan can be helpful for that also, right? Like for people who are,
yes. He also at that point.
Okay.
And then of course Rupa Goswami and the Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu already systematically list all the steps for how the growth of the Bhattilata is. First of all, the Shraddha, the faith means both faith, worldly faith, and transcendental faith. And then we can have a sadhu sangha and bhajana kriya, following the instruction, the teaching from our guru, and then come to the stage of anatta niriti, and then Nita, Vichi, Ashati, Bhav, and Prema. So that the Bhattilata Beach can go through the covering of the universe, go through the Viraja River and Brahmaloka, and reach the spiritual sky, and finally come to Goloka Vrindavan. And Swami Prabhupada, in these verses, he mentioned that the keeper must take shelter of a big tree. He cannot calm itself. So, but that Latila, but its speciality of this Batilata beach, it is full of spiritual energy, so it cannot take shelter of material planet. That means that only devotional service can be utilized. Devotional service cannot be utilized for any material purpose. So only devotional service, only for Supreme Lord. And then Swami Papa explained a little bit of Viraja River. What is Viraja River? We mean completely I think it's completely no. Raj mean material covering. So in that river, there is no any material influence. And then that Gyan is meant to merge to Brahma effulgence. So that is the Brahma Loka mean. And Bhattilada beach has no shelter in the material world, and nor has it have a shelter in Brahmaloka. That Bhattilada beach only will grow up until it reaches the spiritual sky. And in Gurudev's Harikatha, it explains a little bit more for that pleasing full the covering of the universe. Gurudev said that all material desire reside within the universe. That is, for example, if our kripa, how our kripa will dry up with the thing that we can still maintain ourselves in this world, or we want to go to a heavenly planet, or our objective is like the four Kumaras, or we like to become a Brahma to create the whole universe. That kripa is still inside the brahmanda. It's not going through the brahmanda. So he also explained what is Viraja River. That Viraja River, he said that the three guna, Sava, Rajas, and Tamaguns are there, but they are sleeping in a sleeping mode. So Jiva can again fall victim to this material energy, because at that area there's no positive spiritual activity there. And in Brahma Loka, that is mean impersonal Brahma Jyoti, that is Brahma Gyan. So those who are in Brahma Gyan may enter and merge in the Brahma, but for Bhakti Devi can only cross over this. He doesn't even want to see it. So Gurudev explained that that is Sanskrit Parayama, that means the spiritual sky. So how to reach the spiritual sky? In this spiritual sky, there is a Narayana Loka, Nishinha Loka, Ayodha, Rama Loka. So and many other loka are within that Parayoma. So if a bhakti kripa can pass through all these loka, and at the same time the devotee will say, I don't want that, I don't want that Brahma, I don't want that Narayana loka, I don't want that Nishinha loka, I don't want that Rama loka. Then he will finally go to the Goloka Vrindavan. And of course, in Goloka Vrindavan, there is a three place, Dwarka, Mathura, and Goku. So the kripa will pass through the Dwarka, will pass through the Mathura, and finally come to Goku, to Vrindavan. And then where he go to Nandagram, he go to Vasan, he go to Govardhan, and go to Radhakund. And then in the Radhakund, actually Radhika and Krishna is praying there. The kripa is serving their lotus feet there, where it stopped. So it produced fruit and flowers that give pleasure to Krishna and Radharani. So the manjari also come to Radhakund, that is full of flowers and sweet food. So that is the Gurudev's purport for that. And then Gurudev add a little bit more. That is because in this verse, the first verse is upajaya. That upajaya, Gurudev means gradually developing, gradually developing. That means that at the beginning, it's normal that the sadhaka have no faith. They have no faith in Vaisnava, no faith in Krishna, and no faith in Sastra. So they have also many anatta. At that time, if they have to continue, Gurudev mentioned that the sadhaka need to continue for hearing Shravana Kirtana and associate with the good devotee, and then the desire to serve Krishna will gradually come. And then Gurudev explained that then gradually what happened, the two leaves come. The first leaf is the Kesari, it is the disappearance of the suffering, and then Subhada is the auspicious come, and then another two leaf come, another two leaf is Moksha, Lahuta Kripta. That means no longer devotee, no longer desire for any worldly self-gratification or even mukti, liberation to him is insignificant. And also another leaf is Sudulabha. He will feel that, it is extremely rare to get the Raganuga Bhakti. And the last two leaf come, and the two leaf is he can attract Krishna. And the last leaf is condensed and unlimited happiness come. So Gurudev mentioned that before this stage, we have to come through Lista and Anatta Nivritti. So if Gurudev also mentioned that if your guru is a bona fide guru, but still there's something wrong with your sadhana, you should try to repair it. Give up unfavorable for bhakti at once, so your kripa can gradually develop healthily. And then Swami Prabhupada's purport, he mentioned that it's coming to the next verse. The next verse is already go to the Vrindavan, and then the kripa takes shelter of the desire tree of the Krishna lotus feet. And Swami Prabhupada's purport, he said that in the spiritual world, Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna has expanded himself in his spiritual potency. He has his eternal form and bliss and knowledge, Satchidananda Vigraha. So in Goloka Vrindavan, he is a spiritually expansion of Satchidananda. Although Supreme Krishna exists on his own planet Vrindavan, he also presents everywhere within all universe. He's within the atom and also in the heart of all living entity. So that means beside Vrindavan, there is a spiritual planet called Vaikuntha. Lord Narayan is worshipped there. So in there, Santa Ras is prominent, and then some Dasya Ras there. Friendship there is or veneration. So, but in Vrindavan, it is totally different. In Vrindavan, friendship is all equality. And of course, about friendship mood, there is a Vasalya mood. And then above all, the topmost is Madhurya Ras, conjugal love. So that 5 rasa are fully exhibited in spiritual world. So in one relationship with the Lord. So Bhattilada Beach found its resting place at the lotus feet of Krishna finally. Gurudev explained these verses in this way. So the gardener is still in this world. So what is his stage right now? So if his kripa is still within the brahmanda, that means it's still within the universe, he is a kanistha sadhaka. But if the devotee is at the stage of Bhav Bhakti, he already passed through the Viraja river and passed through all Shivaloka, and then also passed through the Narayan Loka, Vaikuntha Loka, then his Bhav Bhakti mature, and then that will transform to ripened fruit of Braj Prema. So it comes to the last verse that it produced the fruit of the love for Krishna, that is the prema. So Gurudev said that the creeper takes shelter of Mother Yashoda in Golokha Vrindavan. After taking shelter of Mother Yashoda, and it also takes shelter of gopis in Vrindavan, then takes shelter of Govardhan, and then takes shelter of Rupa Manjari under the guidance of Rupa Manjari, and they go to the Radhakund. At the Radhakund, devotee takes shelter of devotees serve Radha and Krishna with a tendency towards Radhika. So the creeper can only go to there and no other place after this. And finally, the Bhakta creeper is now covering all the rasa, especially Madhura Ras. So after the Bhakta Vasata, the stage of above Bhakti, Prema Bhakti comes with a devotee is Vaidhi Bhakti, then he will go to Narayan Loka. But if the Bhakti is on Ragaluga Bhakti, the Braj Ragaluga, he will go to Braj. So the last is the Swami Prabhupada's purport. Swami Prabhupada, in the last word, he explained that in Vrindavan, devotee have an intimate relationship with Krishna. So devotee will engage in the Lord service in an ecstatic love relationship. So Mahaprabhu mentioned that fruit of devotional kripa is pure desire to serve and please senses of the Lord. That is exactly the words for pure devotional service. Hirikesha, Hirikesha, Seva, Bhakti Uvacha. That means we have
Uchite,
to
uchite.
we have to use our purified senses to serve the law of the senses. So the pure bhakti always engage in confidential service to the Lord. And the last Swami Prabhupada mentioned that it is the duty of devotee to nourish the creeper carefully. If watering the creeper continues, cannot stop at any moment. But once, if you stop at any time, then you will easily fall down. So if one give up that watering, and some reason may due to why he give up the watering. The main reason is maybe they will have some offense or uproar. So this will explain in the next verses. So that is the end of my sharing. Sorry for a little bit long. One check up to the Sakita in the baby Japatitanam for baby was a regular.
Wow, that was quite the presentation. You tied so beautiful. You tied together so beautifully Srila Gurudev's classes and Srila Prabhupada's purports and Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur's Madhuri Kadambini. That's really nice how you tied that all together. Well, let me stop this.